But as you probably have heard, Occupy Chicago got raided by the Chicago police on Saturday night when they tried to set up tents in Grant Park. We'll be going into that in a lot more detail later on in the show with the interview, as well as an update from Occupy Boston. We have a lot of Occupy news here on the show today. But what I wanted to do at the top here was talk about a video, which hopefully most of you have hopefully seen by now. If you haven't, I posted it up on our website at matthewf.net. In this video, a United States Marine takes on 30 or so NYPD cops. He takes them on in Times Square. You heard me right. One Marine versus 30 or so NYPD cops. And here's the kicker. The one Marine friggin' wins. He friggin' beats them. All right, don't get me wrong. There's no physical fighting in the video. There's no physical altercation between the Marine and the NYPD. In it, this Marine essentially shames these police who've surrounded them for their brutal treatment of U.S. citizens who he personally fought to protect. I'm going to play some audio from it, but trust me, the audio really doesn't do it justice. You really need to see the whole thing. But just if you aren't near a computer to watch the actual whole video, here is some audio from this amazing exchange between this one Marine and the NYPD.
Don't lie, tough guy. This is not a war zone. This is not a war zone. These are unarmed people. It doesn't make you tough to hurt these people. Let them know. It doesn't make you tough to hurt these people. It doesn't. I don't care. I don't care about these people. I put in my work. It doesn't lie. It does not make you tough to hurt these people. There's nothing tough about it. Nothing. If you want to go fight, go to Iraq and Afghanistan. But you want to be here hurting U.S. citizens. Leave these people alone. They're U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens. U.S. It does not make you tough to do this to them. It doesn't. Stop hurting these people, man. Why y'all do this to our people? I've been to Iraq 14 months for my people. You come over here and hurt them. They don't have guns. They don't have guns. They don't. Why are you hurting these people? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. How do you sleep at night? There is no honor in this. There is no honor in this.
Why are you hurting U.S. citizens? Do you get honor out of this? These people don't have guns. This is not a war zone. And I honestly, you can't tell this from the audio alone, but if you watch the video, you will see the shame in the eyes of most of these NYPD cops. It's clear. It's clear. They're very uncomfortable. I can tell you, I saw that look, that same exact look in the eyes of many of the cops there when the police raided Occupy Boston last week. When all the Boston cops in their riot gear descended on the protesters like it was a war zone. When they swarmed and surrounded the park, acting like their fellow American citizens were their enemies. Were their wartime enemies. As I walked the perimeter around there, I looked these cops in the eye as they were guarding, not letting anyone near this place. And okay, granted, there were definitely some meatheads there, some muscle-bound, pumped up friggin' morons who were just happy to bash skulls. But I'll be honest, most of them, when I walked up the perimeter in Boston, I could tell they felt shame too. They clearly, most of them were not comfortable with what they were doing. Their conscience was eating at them, as well it should be eating at them. I mean, look, I gotta say this, my friends, all of you in all the various Occupy movements all over this country, listen to this very closely. What happened with the Marine right now, that is how we are going to win. We are going to win this with the help of people like this Marine who was so bravely stared down 30 NYPD cops a couple nights ago. This Marines who just stared these cops right in the friggin' eye and shamed them. He shamed them into leaving. There needs to be a major effort to reach out to military veterans. There needs to be a major effort to reach out to police officers, to police unions, to firefighters, to get them to join the Occupy movement. Because again, if you watch this video, most of the cops are visually shamed and uncomfortable in this situation. And those who aren't shamed are also clearly uncomfortable because they know that they cannot take this dude down. This Marine is a big dude, and they know that they cannot take him down. They know that tackling a United States Marine who's only pleading that the NYPD treat their fellow U.S. citizens with dignity and respect, they know that taking him down is a bad PR move. The Occupy movement needs more Marines. The Occupy movement needs more veterans. We need more police. We need firefighters. I said this the other day. Do you see the police going up and pepper spraying other members of the police? Do you see that really? Do you see cops billy clubbing other cops? Do you see cops tackling and beating U.S. Marines? I mean, it could happen. It could very well happen. I mean, true. We had members of Veterans for Peace at Occupy Boston. I mean, hell, they were taken down and tackled by Boston cops. But that moment was a galvanizing moment. And it was a moment like the one with this Marine, which I truly believe when we look back at this are going to be looked at as turning points in our fight. I mean, I was up in Madison, Wisconsin for the protest against Scott Walker. And I cannot tell you there how friggin' badass it was. How friggin' badass and amazing it was to see police officers marching with the protesters there. To see firefighters marching with the protesters there up in Wisconsin. Police officers, firefighters, men and women of the armed forces, you heroic friggin' bastards, your country friggin' needs you. Your presence at these protests can truly make the difference. You can keep these people safe. You can keep these people from getting beaten up. You can give the dumbass media who wants to stereotype this movement as a bunch of hippies who know nothing. Your presence there can change friggin' everything. Police officers, when you are off duty, come down. You are the 99%. Firefighters, same friggin' thing. Come on down. March with us. Occupy with us. You are the 99%. Military veterans, people of the armed forces, you are the 99%. And seriously, organizers listening to this from the various Occupy movements, reach out to them. Reach out. Contact your local police union. Contact your veterans hall. Contact the firehouse, the firefighters union. All of these people, they are part of the 99% and they are friggin' under assault by the austerity madness that we're going through in this friggin' country. Go down there. Ask them. Ask them to join you. I have a feeling that you might be surprised with their response. We'll be right back.